The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everybody. I'm laughing. I'm cracking up laughing because it's always something. But anyway, how's everyone doing on this evening? It's good to see all of y'all. Rochelle, Darnell, my husband, Virgo Babe, thank you. Chanel, Brother East, my brother. Thank you. Ben Childs, thank you so much. Thank you. I meant to hit you up earlier. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. So tonight is part 2 of we talk about Black unity. And tonight is Where is the Love? Because I feel that what's missing out of unity is love. So we're going to talk about all aspects of love on tonight, especially when it comes to Black men and Black women getting together. And people always ask, why do you care so much? And which is the dumb I love my people. And Kwame if it wasn't for, I think my boo's mother did. I'm having something. So, ladies and gentlemen, my guest for this evening, Ramon. It is.
Hello.
Okay, is it? Okay, your signal ain't signal. Ray Bishop don't start, but yes, it's something going on. Is it? No, my thing. Everything's good on my end. Yeah, my signal's good. I don't know what's happening. I guess it's the church folks. It's the devil, Lucia, because it's good here. But Ramona right here. Ramona gonna take over. Talk to y'all for a minute. Check my Wi-Fi. Right. Mona's gonna take over for y'all. I'm gonna go out and come back in. Be back, y'all.
Lord, we're gonna have to give him a GoFundMe for the phone. Hi, y'all. Hey, hi, Ben. Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody had a good day. It's a beautiful day in Zamunda. Hey Ray, hey Miss Release. Rochelle. Oh, I'll say Release. Rochelle, hi. Hey, Sugar Plum. It's my show now. Y'all know what? I'm becoming a regular. I didn't know this was going to happen, but God work in mysterious ways. Because I've been coming on a lot more lately. Hey, Darnell. Hey, St. James. I've been coming on a lot more lately. So I appreciate the visits of the invites of being a regular. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Thais. That's what it was. I don't know. I don't know how I had my Wi-Fi was off. Okay.
Your Wi-Fi was off?
Yes, totally off. So, but before we get started, we're gonna raise our glass. Everyone get something in your hand. Raise your glass. We're gonna have a toast. Today is my brother, my producer, my friend, Kwame's birthday, 37th journey around the sun. Here is to a happy new year. I wish you much success in everything that you're doing. Continued success, much more prosperity, much more any and everything that you can ever dream of. I hope you get it. You will.
Happy birthday!
Yes.
Ooh, that's nice.
Shut up, Sean Kizzy. But it's good to see you.
That's nice.
Yeah. Whew. Thank you. All right. So tonight's conversation, Where's the Love? But before we get started, I want to talk about Kwame, pull up the video that says 30. I wanted to talk about this just for a minute first. Now this. Oh my God. I added this at the last minute.
A man in Tennessee has 30 children with 11 different women, and he is 33 years old. Now, according to CNN affiliate WREG, he is now begging the state to help him pay his child support.
The bottom line is, in Tennessee, when he is working his minimum wage job, he is supposed to give 50% of his paycheck to the 11 women that he fathered these children with, and they are supposed to divide it equally. The problem is some of the women are only getting $1.49 because he does work minimum wage. So just this week, he appeared in court, and he's asking the court to give him a break on those payments, on the $1.49 that he's giving to help support his children.
So $1.49 payments. Sir, meat is the last thing you need to be out here slinging. You have 30 children. 30 children with 11 different, but here's my thing with that. You have 30 children with 11 different women. Now, all these men will say, you all should have chose better. Why not talk to the brother and say, hey, how about keep it in your pants? How about wearing?
So can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
Whoever number 11 is need to be slammed on our neck.
Well, wait a minute. What about 2 through 10?
If I know you got that many children, first off, I ain't get ready to sign up to be number 11 baby mama. Let's just,
Okay, but who says he told him, when he met her? He told her? Unless they live in Mayberry, she might not know. They can live in a big city. And they don't know. Okay, well.
As a woman, I'm going to speak for women. There is not one man that I have ever dated that I did not know how many kids he had. Hell, the fiance had a child come out of nowhere on me that I ended up was raising for a while. because he got custody. He didn't even know it was his kid, and he cheated on me. I knew about every kid. You got 30. If they in a small town or a big city, guess what? Them 30 gonna run into each other. Them 11 gonna run into 6 degrees of separation. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, absolutely, I agree with that. I mean, because well, you may find out. He may tell you, "Well, I got 15 kids."
So let's say away from if you got 15 kids and you got 7 baby mamas, why you sign up to be number 8? This nigga could come on grass and it'll grow. He got 30 kids.
Yeah, I mean, they're all fertile because, yeah. Good evening, Keith Reynolds. Thank you for coming. Miss Lisa, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming on through. Thank you.
Hey, y'all. For the people coming in, hello.
Okay, so we're going to start off talking about, when we were talking about relationships last week. So let's talk about dating. The Kwame rolled the dating clip. And let's talk about this. The dating is something else in now 2023.
Raise your hand if you think that we should leave this new school way of dating in 2022.
I'm gonna tell y'all what part of the problem is. When individuals think like that, it's considered rare. That shit ain't supposed to be rare, bruh. If I said it once, I done said it 50 times. You gotta get back to the basics. I like you. Do you like me? Cool. You free on Friday night? Cool. You got any allergies or anything like that? What's your favorite type of food? Seafood? Cool. All right, look here. I'm gonna pick you up at 8. Oh, you security first? All right, cool. I'm gonna meet you at a certain spot at 8. I'll let you know after I do a little bit of research. You got something black? A black dress preferably? All right, cool. Like, we just got to get back to the basics. The other issue, and if you be on my lives, you know I talk about this a lot. You got to go outside. You got to stop being at the crib thinking that you just gonna meet your husband or your wife on the internet. There's a good chance that it's not gonna happen. There's a much better chance for a lot of you, depending on how your personality is set up, you need to meet folks outside. Because when you meet people outside, what happens is you're forced to have real conversations. See, when you just get a DM, right? You do all this back and forth via DM, then you graduate to the phone number and all that. What happens is you end up going 3, 4, 5 whole days without actually having a conversation on the phone, because that damn DM and them damn text messages are the paths of least resistance. That damn least kicked my ass, but I ain't going back though. See, and if we keep it all the way real, what's really going on is we got a supply and demand issue. Y'all know I'm in the car business, so hear me out. See, the demand ain't never going nowhere. The demand for women who want men, men who want women, that shit ain't never changing no time soon. It's always going to be the shit damn near run the world. See, the supply is the issue. What we have is a surplus of cheap product. Yeah. At the end of the day, if a young lady agrees to go Dutch with a whole man and the shit wasn't discussed prior to, cheap product. She's diminished her value right there on the spot. Man been chit-chatting with a young lady for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days and decides to fly her out. Cheap product. She got an all-expense paid trip. He don't even know if she know 2 from 2, there from there. He don't know. But all the while, the demand is what? Super high. So now we got men and women all clamoring for the same top 15% of their counterpart. Think about it. Because that top 15% are considered rare. All of a sudden, when a woman says after a week of small talk, bro, you got to take me out, and she don't play about that shit, she's considered rare. If a man don't try to smash after sending 3 R&B songs and a Cash App for lunch, he's considered rare. That shit ain't supposed to be rare, bro. It's supposed to be the norm. Get your shit together.
Now, what I respect about him and I love about him, I watch his stuff, he is a married man. Help it. He ain't like one of these clowns that's out here that's not married, but telling you how to get a woman, telling you what to do, but you don't have a woman. That's my whole thing. And he's a man who, now I'm just judging off what I see on social media, who loves his wife. You know, she loves him. They've been married, they haven't been married that long.
4 years.
Yeah.
They've been married this is, I think, their like 4th year. Like everything happened quick for them. Like
right.
1 year 1 year dating, 1 year married, 1 house, new baby, new house. Yeah, like everything went quick.
They have quick. But you know, I've had older people tell me that it don't take, once you meet somebody, it don't take long if you know it all. Because a friend of mine who his parents, one of my good friends, his parents, I was talking to his mom, because she's like my second mother. She was saying that she met Mr. Lee. She met him, and then within 3 months, 90 days, she knew. And he proposed the 6th month. And so now here they are. They've been together. This will be their 54th anniversary. This shit. She's like, it don't take long. She said, you know, all this shit. I don't understand long engagements. I was like, yeah. Hey, Michelle Holly. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, everybody coming in. Hello, I see my name pop up. So this is the thing with dating. First off, we don't date with intention, so we don't court anymore. We don't court. That's dating with intention. Everybody today just want to, you know, they want to sleep on the first date. And if you do, that's fine. Everybody adults. But nobody wants to go through that process. Like, I've had men, being that I'm single and dating, that literally when I say don't come to my house, I've only had 2 men in my house in the 7 years that I've been here. And the one thing that, oh, well, can I come over? No.
No. I forget. What is it TikTok?
He is VZ. I think it's I am VZ. It's VEEZY. If you look up VZ.
Hey, Elise. Everyone,
I'll look it up for you.
Rashawn, you said something earlier. Oh yeah, you said people don't know how to have conversations anymore. That is so true. And so listen to him.
Oh, it's only _1 _VZ. If you look up VZ, VEEZY.
You got it. All right. I met my king in July. He proposed in October. All right. That ain't long at all.
But this is the thing. So when I was younger, I had this thing. You get 5 summers. You get 5 moons. You get 5 sunshines of a year. After 5 years, if you ain't figured it out, then okay, that's cool. I can love you, but I can also walk away. I am not a believer of 20 years. However, if y'all had the discussion, I look at Goldie Hawn and Kurt, whatever his name, they've been together 40 years. They never wanted to get married.
Well, now, but is that what they're saying? Because now I was told, this is what a friend of mine told, she said most women want to get married. But I said, no, I said, because like my aunt, her dude had asked her to marry him, I think 3 or 4 times. She kept saying no. And they just stayed together. But see, I'm like this guy. I told him, I said, he better than me, because if I ask you to marry me twice, you tell me no, I'm gone. Because see, my aunt's attitude is like, well, I've been married. Yeah, but you haven't been married to him.
This my thing. If you ask me to marry you and you got, and this is coming from me, nobody's opinion, but if you ask me to marry you 3 or 4 times and I didn't say no, we don't need to be together. That's first, because I don't trust you. Somewhere in there, I don't trust you. Or that it now, a man couldn't tell me he don't want to marry me because you gave me the door to cheat. Shit.
Well, I don't think that's wait. I don't think that's a door to cheat.
Yeah, it is. For me, it is. I'm saying for me. Because if you can't see me with your last name and you know I want to get married, you done said that I can go do whatever I want to do and you do whatever you want to do. We just roommates at this point.
Oh, well, no. Mine, they don't live together. Well, they didn't. I'm sorry, because he's passed away. They didn't live together. But they were together for 52 years.
So can I get real with that? And I'm going to say this, and you know I'm always joking, but all jokes aside, the thing of it is when it comes down to people that do that, and I've seen it in my own family, when it comes down to that, if you die today, they get nothing.
Listen.
If you have children and you die, she is stuck taking care of your children by herself with nothing. No SSI, they might get SSI. If you have a 401k or any type of retirement plan at your job, she gets nothing. If you have not put an insurance policy on your ass, she gets nothing. So it's really selfish.
Well, yeah, but now here's the thing, without telling my family business, so this is going between us in the room. Before he passed, he promised my cousin's son he could have his car because he needed a new car because he got his My cousin has a family, and their car was like tore up, beat up. So he promised he could have it after he left. Since it wasn't, I don't believe it was in writing or anything. His son came along, did not speak to him. They had not spoken to each other in at least 15 years. Came and took their car.
Okay, so I had a friend here years ago here in Charleston. Her and her man had been together for 14 years. He had never completed his divorce, and I've been through that too. Never completed his divorce, but they had been together for 14 years. He unfortunately was in an accident and passed away. Guess what the wife came and did?
Got everything. What's his name? Barry White. Do you remember Barry White? Because Barry White was with his woman. But he had a little 1-year-old baby when he died. He never got divorced. What happened? Glodine came in and got everything. Now let me ask you this before we move on to the next one. Do you think, because this was a big talk back then, do you think Glodine owed the baby and the baby mama anything?
No.
I said that too, but okay.
So this is what the mother is owed, and it's nothing against the mother, and it's nothing against the child. She is owed SSI as long as he signed the birth certificate, SSD, okay. Or it's SSD. She's owed that because the father died. The child can get Social Security based off of his working and all that other stuff. But does the mother owe her anything? Absolutely not. Because when Eric Garner got in New York and got choked, I can't breathe. He had that child, but he wasn't married to her. So when his family got that money, they could have chose to not give her money. They chose to give her some of that money for the sake of their child, but they were not required.
Right, it wasn't right. I was only because of that baby. But now we don't know if Glodine gave that young woman anything or not. But we knew they had been together for over a decade.
Nope, she wasn't required to do anything.
She wasn't. But of course you had people like, well, she should. I'm like, but I was like, why?
Should and required is two different things.
They were long divorced. They had I'm sorry. They were long separated. Even though but now people in the comments are saying have everything in writing. You can, but does that apply if you're married? Because if you're married, it goes to the spouse. Because I can tell it now because everybody's gone. My father, he didn't marry his long-term girlfriend. Well, one thing, he still loved my mama. That's a totally different show. Anyway, he didn't. So my niece asked him, like, you're not going to marry her? And he said, well, if I do that, that's going to cut you and Eric out. So, no. So.
And that's the thing. Like with dating today, I think that we don't really think about those death. We don't think about death. Mm-hmm. And the things that come out of if this person is gone. Because I was in a situation dating and he had been separated for 7 years, but I kept saying, I can't go any further if you continue to stay in your marriage because my heart is toe up. It's going to be toe up if I have to let you go, but I'm going to have to let you go because I can't with that. Like that's still hanging. What if we decide to be in a situation where you are living with me? She can come in and take everything and I ain't giving nobody a fuck thing that ain't bought it.
Right. Ty said, Glodine ain't get nobody. Neither did Muhammad Ali wife.
Okay, Tyrese. Hey, Tyrese. Okay.
Hey, Sheila. It's her fault. No, anything. Yeah, you're right. She doesn't. But I mean, what do you do when the man won't get divorced? But why do black people hold on to a marriage they don't want no more?
So it's just like saying, why do they hold on and not get married? So I had a family member who was with his girl for dang on near 20 years before they got married. And I had to present to him that if anything happened to you, all of your stuff goes out the window. You bought the house, it's in your name. You say you bought it for her, but her name ain't on it, your name on it. If you die today because you won't marry her and she got 3 of your children, she gets nothing. We will hold on to the dating scene even though we got the person in our life. And then you get mad when that person becomes depressed or they want to smell your drawers or they want to find out where you at. Because women, people out there doing that. I'm just saying.
Right.
And you put her in a situation, then you don't understand why she's sitting around upset and depressed. She can have 3 of your kids, but she ain't allowed to have your name. No.
And Dr. Holt is on the point. Wills are on point. They are. They really are. You do need to have a will, because that's why so many times when there's a same-sex couple and one dies, the spouse or the mate doesn't get anything because there was no will, and the family who you ain't spoke to in 30 years, now that you're gone, they coming in and swooping in and taking everything. A friend of mine that's a nurse practitioner, she says she sees it all the time at her hospital. She's seen that.
And somebody just said something about Bishop Noel. I ain't gonna say that.
Wait years until he married. Yeah, a long time.
He raggedy and so is she. He raggedy and so is she. In the Most High name, both of them raggedy, because you sitting around waiting on a man to marry you. Now he got a half a foot in the grave. He probably taking that little blue pill, and now he want to say.
But what about love? Oh, what about love?
I can love you from over there. Okay. Just because I love you don't mean I got to be with you. So I can love you from over there.
Not gonna wait. Yeah. Well, y'all, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and jump into the topic, because I can't wait for Ramona to see this video. You know, y'all, we'll be right back. 1-on-1. Welcome back, everybody. We are here. Now, I saw a comment during the commercial break. Will there be one said, I knew of a man that had a woman taking care of him through his sickness. When he died, his wife swooped in and took it all after decades of separation. That happens if you don't get divorced.
And that's true. But you know, and again, I'm gonna say this, like I said about Goldie Hawn and Kurt, you know, and Noel in his situation too, because I know they was on that show. And that's when I seen that. If that's what people choose to do and you choose to wait, that's fine. You know, in their situation, it looks like they chose to wait. Bishop Noel and his girl, now married, whatever, they choose to wait. I guess they married, right?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay. So if they chose to wait, that might have been something they discussed. I'm saying for me, that I can't spend 25 years waiting on you. I can't.
If it's love, it's love. No, I'm joking. But this is another one I love. Ms. Lisa said he paid for the wedding. This one proposed January and December. He paid for the wedding in December. We got married 11 months later. I have no regrets. It's been 22 years. I thought he was crazy as hell when he proposed that fast. But see, Ms. Lisa, he knew.
He knew.
And this is what I always tell ladies and gays. A man knows what a man wants. And he wants you. He already know it. It don't take long. It don't
take 20. And I spoke with my cousin. It don't take 20, and I had to tell him that, like, what if something really do happen to you, like serious, like she's gonna be left taking care of your children. The house ain't even in her name. She's gonna potentially lose this house and get nothing. So why would you leave them in a space of destitute potentially because you unfortunately are not here? You being selfish, wanting to stay out in this dating game that ain't got nothing for you. She loved you enough to give you 3 kids. Noel's situation, she loved you enough to stay with you 20-something years. Don't leave somebody out there like that. Like, all jokes aside, true love, don't leave somebody out there like that, because what that also does, when you leave somebody out there for 15, 20 years, it also lowers their self-esteem.
Okay. Yeah. Uncle Kyrie, on the commercial, you were standing your body. Oh, full of compassion. And it says, come hug me. Thank you, Michelle. I do try to have compassion for people. I do. Now, Kwame, we're going to roll this video. Go to the one that says Black Men. I just want to jump right into it. Get right to the meat.
Men, please talk to us. My brothers, talk to us and tell us what we doing. I want to know. I want to listen. I listen. Tell me so I can tell the rest of us, so I can tell my sisters what we need to fix. If you don't talk to us, how are we going to know? Like, I need you to really be genuine about it. Like, just take some time to think about it and reply to this. I want to know, what can we do to fix this? Because you are for me, I am for you. You are the king and I am the queen. I am your helpmate. I was made for you. I'm not supposed to be your enemy. You know what I mean? We're together. We're a team. So respectfully, I want to know, what is the issue? And I want it to be fixed. Start with me. Please tell me how I can fix it, what I need to do, so I can let the rest of them know what we got to do.
Now, I am a same gender of a man. So for me, I thought it was sweet and sincere. But I'm going to ask you, sis, what do you think?
I actually feel her. I think I sent you a text or something to that effect in regards to, I am a believer of men. I am a believer of our Black men. I am a supporter, you know that, of Black men. But I'm starting to give up because there is such a need to want to blame instead of being accountable, which makes you verse that responsibility. Because once you know it's you, bruh, you got to be responsible for fixing it. So nobody wants to be accountable anymore, but we don't know what else to do. We don't, and as a woman that's dating, we don't want the separation. We don't want, but what do? Not talk about it and just sit around and be mad? Or do we solve the problem? The conversation needs to be had, but it makes us seem like we begging, like we pick-me's. And I'm not a pick-me by no stretch of the imagination, but it makes women seem like pick-me's because we're asking, what can we do to bridge this gap? But nobody wants to answer the question because it's always about blame. That's
now, right. Okay. Now, with that, so now she got some really good responses. Now, there's one dude who I'm just guessing, just looking at him, I would say he's in his early to mid 30s. He gave her a list, and it was nice. He didn't come at her wrong. He was like, you know what? A lot of sisters don't listen. A lot of sisters, we need you in our corner. Don't try to be the lead, blah, 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 blah. He ran down the list, and he gave it to her. However, you have the men in our age group. Let me read you a few of these. One said, you might listen now, but you didn't 10 to 15 years ago. Okay, well, yeah. We've been telling you and your sisters for years, the wall is undefeated. If I'm coming to you and I'm asking you how to fix it, this is what you give me? Here was the best one. Kevin Samuels, they always go back to their daddy. Kevin Samuels already told them, but they called him gay and celebrated his death. He was the last black man willing to reason with them. See, I want to say, if I'm coming to you and I'm asking you how to fix this, you're not. But one thing I will get, and I'm gonna say this: men on a spectrum, I don't give you black, white, gay, straight, Asian, whatever. A lot of men do not communicate well. They don't know how to communicate. And I've said men, I've been guilty to that in the past, where I didn't communicate exactly what I was thinking or feeling. So instead of you lashing out, and I'm talking to straights, lashing out, answer this one question like this, like the brother. I wish I got his video, but
so
now the pet with petty me. Kwame wrote a video that says response. Now petty me wanted to turn into her for 1 minute because of this.
Men, please talk to us.
Brothers are talking to you. Brothers are talking through their actions. Brothers have decided by voting with their feet that they're going elsewhere. Brothers ain't about to be saying the same old things over and over again, and y'all still refuse to listen. You're still continuing to become disagreeable. You're still continuing to be combative and using everything against us, including our own children as pawns against us. No, brothers are voting with their feet by not electing to be with y'all. They're going elsewhere, finding their own happiness, sanity, and peace of mind. And for the ones who are left and still here, are you willing to sit down, take notes, listen, fix, and correct the actions and behaviors and attitudes that many of y'all have held on for all of these years? If the answer is no, don't ask brothers to come to the table if you ain't willing to fix.
So I'm gonna say this first,
Mm-hmm.
and I ain't trying to offend nobody. Communication, we always hear, is key in relationships, but it actually is comprehension. Because if he would have heard her say, what can we do? Instead, it's easier to not be accountable by holding us accountable for stuff from the past. If I'm asking you today what I can do, what you don't get to do is go back 6 years, 5 years, 10 years. I'm asking you today. So comprehension is so key, is a part of communication. He heard nothing. He did not hear what she said.
And that's the problem. Because black men keep saying black women don't listen, but black men don't listen. Because he ran down the now petty me. Looked at that video and I said, how dare you talk to her like that? You got on a United States Postal Service shirt and your teeth look like that. Instead of putting all this energy into trying to read her, you need to read your ass at the dentist office. But like I said, I'm trying to be new this year.
And this is the thing. This is my problem when it comes to, as a person that's dated, person been dating, and person future dating. At the end of the day, it's so accountability versus responsibility. Once I know there's a problem, I am responsible for fixing it. He won't be accountable because it's now going to be his responsibility to fix it. He's emotionally unavailable because if you were available, you would hear a sister with a plea to say, I want to fix this situation. Instead, your bitterness and potentially your mammy issue then got you where you don't hear women.
Did you say your mammy issue?
Because this be the thing. If you sit down and talk to some of these men long enough, you will hear it's either their mother or exes and all this other stuff. But a lot of times when you go into those men that speak like that, I always ask, how's your relationship with your mother?
Good question.
Because if you have a good relationship with your mother, even if you've been hurt, you will be able to say, let me sit down and let me listen to this woman. I could go to mom, you could go to your mother and say, Mom, so this is the situation. A lot of times these men be having mother issues or ex-woman issues. They call us bitter.
Oh, baby. Oh, listen,
No.
I have seen, I ain't gonna call the name, but there's a certain somebody that is put themselves as the head of the passport bros. I said, and I used to always say he don't like black women. So a friend of mine she finally started listening to me. She said, no, he has a problem with black people. So then I went back and I said, oh my God, he does. You don't like black people, but you're black.
But you know what? That passport bro that done went to Brazil, they done served him his behind.
Baby, I have laughed at that. So the guy that I'm talking about, he said, well, they're trying to say that we're out here for sexual exploitation, something like that. He said, and that's not true. I said, yeah, it is, because he made a post about a dude that went over there and met a woman and got married. I said, okay, child, she's trying to feed her kids. I ain't mad at him. But then he put on there, this is becoming norm. This is a part of the culture. Oh, his response to the sisters video that I showed tonight is, this is now part of the culture. Accept it. We try to give you a chance. No more chances. We're done. Well,
but they didn't try, because a lot of times, yeah, and this is nothing. Don't get me wrong. This is nothing against men, but it's just it's a generalized, but it's a lot that it happens. A lot of times, some men one and done. The first time they get hurt, they done forever.
Right. And I think that goes back to what you said, mama issues.
Right. So if we're not willing to open up to solve, like, one of the things that I think that nobody does is what they call perspective listening. I don't know if you ever heard the term. It's called perspective listening. It is, what did you hear me say? And you repeat it back to me. What did you hear? Perspective listening, because what your perspective is what I need to hear, because I might need to change up how I explain something. But if we use perspective hearing instead of selective hearing,
I like that.
because we select what we want to hear.
Yeah.
He heard her say, we have done this wrong, that wrong, and we want to fix it. He heard we did this wrong and that wrong. That's all he heard. He had selective hearing. Perspective hearing, he should have listened to her and been able to say, so she said this, she said this, she said this. So this is what come on, man. We don't even know how to listen on a perspective to be objective or subjective to whatever's being said to us. We listen long enough to hear what we understand so we can go off of that.
Right. And this is my thing. This is why I care so much, because like I said in the beginning of the show, we need the straights to create more people, and because I love my people. If you want to, now I will say this, because of different things I've seen on the internet, I called myself a hypocrite this week. And because I give black men a hard time. If they get a white woman, I might, say some things. This week, Anika Noni Rose announced her wedding, and she's been married for 3 months. And I said, you know what, sis, good for you. I was like, I'm genuinely happy for her, because I'm like, if you found love in someone who loves and appreciates you, and not beating your back end about some shit that they got in their mind, then girl, good for you. But I do want to ask this Rashawn Campbell guy, how old are you? I'm just kidding, because you look in this small picture I see, you look young. And usually young dudes are more open. So I want to ask, because it's the older, like I said, in Maya Mona's age group, that's black women now. Okay, and you young, you really okay? 27. I thought you were young. You have an older mindset, I see. Because like I said, usually young dudes your age, they are willing to sit down with women and talk. Yeah, as I said, I'm like, these younger dudes are teaching the older dudes something. But I did have, because what confused me is how Anika, back to Anika, I said, you found a man that loves you and it's not accusing you of being masculine. Because for some odd reason, black women who make 6 figures are considered masculine just because off the money she makes. and it's perceived as, well, she's gonna come in with this attitude. And I remember that's what we talked about last week, masculinity and femininity. And you had said sometimes it's hard to turn off, but not every woman like that. And because I know women, and somebody told me you go on the women that you know, which I do. The women that I know that make six figures are not like that. But then I get confused, but then you say, and I heard men say, one dude on TikTok, he loves saying, well, we need to feel needed. Why do you need to feel needed?
So I had a guy who was a lawyer in Atlanta that I met, and he said that. He said, y'all women don't know how much power you have. And I said, okay, so explain that. And he said, if you tell me to baby, can you change the light bulb for me? He said, and you just tell me thank you, or you sexy when you do stuff. He said, guess what? Our gas and electric bill going up because I'm about to change every light in the house with my shirt off. Because I just liked it to tell me that. He said, or if you tell me, baby, I just really need you. I really need you to go and get my oil changed in my car. He said, that brother going to come back with the oil change. The car going to be washed. The tires and he going to be shining. He going to be like, babe, come outside and look. He said, that portion of us, we need that. I had a man tell me that. And I tested his theory later on, dated somebody else, and it was that. Like, all I did was ask him to do something for me, and him went above and beyond and then wanted me to see it. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you. I so appreciate you. The look on his face was almost like a child. But that let me know that no woman had ever even said, I appreciate you. And this is why I stay on us women a lot of times. And I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with telling your man, hey, you know, you fine as hell today. Shit, you smell good. It ain't nothing wrong with that, but we so set in, if we tell him that he gonna get the big head. I want him to get the big head because I'm with you, bruh. I want you to feel like you look good. I want you to know that you are needed. There's a difference in needing somebody because I need you to pay my bills because I ain't got nothing, but I just need your presence. I just want to smell you, my guy.
Hey, Trees. Now, wait a minute. There's a couple of comments. Oh, Zaki said, true love doesn't care what it looks like to other people. Now, where is the love is the topic. So that's why I'm like, well, where is the love? Because nowadays, love is not even mentioned in what you need or want out of a relationship. Love is like not mentioned. I'm like, am I the last one weekend?
It's fear.
Fear. Okay, see,
it's fear.
Right, but I think, like I said, I think what's missing in everything is love, self love. I think now, and now I will say he made a.
Yes, Rochelle, that's a good one. Affirm him as you would want him to affirm you. Absolutely.
It's the appreciation that keeps the puzzle together. All right, it is. Now, Rashawn said, I just think these are toxic people choosing other toxic people. Like someone said, oh, choose better. I had said that, but I was just repeating what other people say to black women. Choose better. But
I hate that choose better phrase.
I ain't a woman I hate. I'm like,
because a lot of times the men that'll tell a woman that she should have chose better, was your daddy around? And the ones that I've had that had said that, and I've had that conversation, most of them said, no, my daddy wasn't around. So your mama should have chose better.
When women tell me I smell good, I get excited. And I'm same gender loving.
Okay. It ain't nothing like telling them. I had a guy I used to work with. He would come by and it was like nose porn. He would smell good all the time. And one day I said, boy, you know, you better be glad you got a girl because you smell so daggone good. He said, man, Mona be making me want to stick my chest out. She always complimenting me.
Miss Lisa, my Miss Lisa's here. I love flirting with my guy. I'm his biggest fan. She is. She is.
Come on, Lisa, please. Come on now.
Now, wait a minute. And this is one of the women I was thinking about when I said I know women who make money, but they're not masculine women. There is nothing at all masculine about Miss. Well, wait a minute. But no, there's nothing masculine about Miss Lisa. She, you know, she a boss, but she know when to.
She got balance.
Exactly. And that's what they say these women don't have. And that's why I always say, no, that's not true. I know quite a few women who know how to tone it down.
It is very difficult to tone it down. Coming out that I just came out the corporate world, it absolutely is very difficult, but it can be done. It's called it's a feminine energy and a masculine energy, and each person, male and female, both genders, have to have the balance. If you don't have the balance and you're sitting in 100% of one or the other, it's not going to work out well, especially with masculinity. And you hear men say today a lot of times, oh, she masculine, but you ain't asked her why. And nobody has resolution. Let me just put it there. Nobody has resolution. It's a lot of blaming, no resolution of, okay, I'm going to open up and I'm going to talk. I have come into a softer season that I have not been in 30 years. Any man that talk to me, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to the point that I've had men that I had to stop listening to because it made them more sexually, it made them attracted to me because they're not getting it at home and getting it from this person that don't know me. It made them attracted, and I had to say, hey,
back up. Back it up. Now, Rayshawn said, yeah, but choose better, meaning you know what is toxic. True. Why would you tolerate that if you were raised around that?
Around it within the past.
Yeah. Well, Rayshawn, here's my thing that I believe some people put up with certain things because they don't want to be alone. That's just me. I love you too, Miss Lisa. You know. Yeah. So if I have to ask body spray, I got to affirm. Not no. Well, I mean, if that's what you like.
But to Rayshawn's point, some people get into these relationships just as a point to what you're saying. Some people get in relationships and the person doesn't begin to act weird until after children are born, because at that point they think that they got you locked in. And once they think they got you locked in, then they think they can do whatever they want to do. And once you theirs, especially with children, you not nobody else's. And I actually had that with my son's father. When I literally was, you ain't gonna be with nobody else. That's my son, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, I lost my son. But yeah, once you lock in and have a baby with some people, and women do it too. Some women will destroy every woman that comes into her baby daddy life just because of the factor that she don't want him with nobody else.
Yeah. And she know he ain't no good for her. But I don't want him to be no good. I don't want him to be good for you.
But some of them guys be good, but he know that she ain't no good, but she mad because she want that old thing back. She want that, ping back. And he don't want to be bothered with that stress, but he taking care of his kids. She knew what she had.
And that's what I said last week. People need to understand the relationship between the child and the parent is different than the two people involved, than the parents. Yeah, totally different. All right now, tell him he's fine. I tell man he's fine as hell at 71. That about it. All right.
You made me ring the bell. Come on.
I didn't just give a head. I heard it go off. Thank those that are sending cash out. I love you and I thank you and I appreciate it. Yes, I've been hearing my cash out go off. Thank y'all. A bitch need it. Keep the lights on. Yeah. Tell you something, Axe body spray. If that's what you like, who likes Axe body spray though?
But it's 71. I'm ringing the bell for you just because of the fact that my parents are 77 and 78. Still together, been together 60 years, 63, 60 years to be exact.
They got some
still
stories.
Together. Huh?
I know they got some stories.
I'm their story all by itself. Lord Jesus.
But I like being around your parents. They are funny. They're funny as hell. Especially mama. Yeah, I haven't used Axe since junior high school. Using junior high school. You walk around junior high school smelling like some 30-year-old man.
And for any ladies that's in here, y'all can test my theory. Just go tell your husband he look good. When he get dressed tomorrow for work, just tell him he look good. Or just say, baby, I appreciate you. Because when you've been with somebody for so long, sometimes we keep forgetting to say that every once in a while. Just tell him, you know what? I appreciate you. Man, he gonna smell like a kid.
You do. Did I miss it with Bath and Body? Oh, I mixed it with Bath and Body. Child, you walk around smelling like a 30-year-old man doing construction and a fruit salad. Bath and Body Works. Okay. Baby, the first lady cash apps, yes. Tell you. Okay, Ray Sean is in. Okay, I never use Axe body spray. Well, of course, Sean Kinsey has never used Axe body spray. He probably never heard of it to the Tice Report. You know, Sean is upper echelon. Sean is. So we got a couple of minutes. So now, Mona, I just want to say thank you so much. I always enjoy talking to you because you always make sense out of everything. So thank you. Thank you. Now you all saw Miss Lisa McDuffie in the comments. I'm gonna get her on here one day when she's not busy, honey, because she works like a Hebrew slave with a Negro mama. The one day when she is off, she'll come and have a conversation with us. Now next week I'll be back. Next week's show is just we're gonna have a show of talking shit and have some topics, and we all gonna discuss. And then next the week after will be February. Y'all already know I'm doing Black History. February, period. Because I love my people. Yes, like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, Kandid Konversations. Subscribe to Pyro Media channel. There are a ton of great shows on there, a ton of great podcast shows. You will enjoy them. I'm available on Thursday evenings. Oh, good. So whenever you're ready, I'm open. Now, y'all, all right, everybody here, y'all heard that.
Yes.
I'm available on Thursday evenings.
Yes, Miss Sheila.
So whenever you're ready, I'm up. All right, Miss Lisa, we're gonna get a conversation together. Cause her and I, we have conversations like me and you have. And some of them are, baby, noteworthy. They need to be heard. I really enjoy. Oh, thank you. Enjoyed it too, Miss Lisa.
Thank you for having me. I so appreciate it. I've been on your show a couple of times now, and I just want to tell you, I'm proud of you. I thank you so much for having me. Kwame, happy birthday. I love you. I love your face. And thank you all for having me and listening to me rant and rave and act a fool.
Thank you for being here. Now, we'll see y'all in the morning. Y'all come back in the morning to Pyro Media, Pyro Power Hour. Well, I'll be back. Now, Ramona took my place on yesterday because I had, my mom had an appointment. Y'all know. Anybody want to fight the 81-year-old lady?
It's hard raising parents.
Listen.
And if there's anybody that wants to know any of my anything, if you go to RamonaAtkins.net, Atkins is with a D, not a T. RamonaAtkins.net. It has all of my YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, my business page for my sunglasses and eyewear. So if you want to get in contact with me, RamonaAtkins.net.
All right, y'all heard it, Ramona. And she's also, yes, I did. I don't want. I'm fucking your name. Agranice. Yes, I did. What's your name? Miss Cornelius. Yes, I did. I got it. Thank you so much. Everyone, come back. Like I said, come back in the morning for Power Hour. Come back next week. We'll have a Kandid conversation about whatever's going on. It's a whole lot that's been happening. So I know something's gonna be popping next week for real. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Peace.